Santa Claus is coming to town. Look at his whiskers glisten. One cold winter morning, the Kringle family and elves found a baby boy on their doorstep. The baby's name tag said Claus, but the elves decided to call him Chris. So there's baby Claus. There's all the Kringles. They look pretty happy. Look at their smiles. The Kringles were expert toy makers. Chris promised that when he grew up, he would cross the mountain of the Whispering Wind, where the Winter Warlock lived, to deliver the toys to the children of Summertown. They're all busy making their toys, painting the boat. Love it. He's got his little hammer going here. And there's Chris. Summertown was a gray, unhappy place. The mayor, Burgermaster Meisterburger, had outlawed the toys because he had slipped on a toy and broke his foot. And there goes the toy, and boom goes the Burgermaster. Oh, look, his hat's flying. The guy's going, oh no. As the years went by and Chris grew up, he became determined to bring toys to the children. The elf queen, Tanta Kringle, gave him a new red suit for the journey, and he set off with his pack full of toys. Look there, there's his new red jacket, red clothes. Along the way, Chris met a lost penguin. He decided to call the penguin Topper. Topper and Chris traveled toward the mountain of the Whispering Wind. Who nears my mountain? Howled the Winter Warlock. Go back, or you are doomed. Chris and Topper were frightened, but they kept going towards Summertown. See, there he is up there. It's a little scary. In the town square, Chris met a group of unhappy children washing their stockings. You better not cry or pout, said Chris, because I've got some nice toys for all of you. The children's teacher, Miss Jessica, told Chris toys were illegal and unnecessary. Then Chris gave Jessica a china doll. And suddenly she remembered how much a toy could mean to a child. So he gave her a pretty doll. All the presents and the toys. Chris has his red suit on. The Burgermaster, Master Burger, was very angry when he saw the children playing with their toys. You brats are under arrest, he cried. And there's a ball right there. There's a ball. It was my fault, said Chris. I gave them the toys. So the Burgermaster ordered the soldiers to arrest Chris Kringle instead. Chris just smiled and pulled out a yo-yo. The Burgermaster loved yo-yos. By the time he realized he was breaking his own law by playing with the toy, Chris and Topper had escaped. So he's playing with the yo-yo. And he has a smile on his face. It's a little grumpy over here. Chris and Topper weren't safe yet. To get back to the Kringles, they had to pass through the land of the Winter Warlock again. Suddenly, long, woody arms reached out and grabbed them. Chris and Topper had been captured by the trees. The Winter Warlock appeared in front of them. Now I have you, and you'll never get away, he roared. See, the trees got him. Once again, Chris reached into his pack. He pulled out a toy train, and offered it to the Warlock. You wish to give me a present? A toy? The Winter Warlock asked Chris. This kindness, melted the Winter Warlock's icy heart. and he let them go. So look, he loved the train. He looks really scary here, but look, it warmed him up and gave him a smile because he got a gift of a train. Back in Summertown, the children were forced to give up their toys. They sent Chris letters asking for more. Chris wanted to help, but he knew the burgomaster would be looking for him, so he came up with a plan. That night, when all the houses were locked and everyone was sleeping, Chris slid down the chimneys. He left toys in all the children's stockings that were drying by the fireplace. And when the burgomaster saw children playing with toys, he realized he had been tricked. He decided to set a trap for Chris the very next night. So look, all their stockings are filled with toys. What a neat surprise. Jessica overheard the burgomaster's plans. She hurried off to warn Chris, but she was too late. The soldiers had followed her to Kringle's workshop and arrested Topper, the Winter Warlock, and the Kringles. Meanwhile, Chris was already on his way to deliver the toys. He slid down a chimney right into the burgomaster's trap. Chris was captured and locked in the dungeon. Wow. Jessica's trying to help him. She got there too late. Jessica knew she had to help her friends. She asked the Winter Warlock to use his magic to free everyone, but he had lost his powers when he had become good. Alas, all I have are a few magical leftovers. Some magic corn? Said the Winter Warlock. That gave Jessica an idea. She fed the magic corn to Chris's reindeers. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. Suddenly they could fly. The reindeer rescued Chris and his friends from the dungeon and flew them to freedom. So there they go flying. I love it. And there goes Chris and his friends. The burgomaster was still looking for him, so Chris grew a beard to disguise himself. And he started to use his real name, Claus. There's his beard. Not long after that, in a lovely ceremony under decorated trees, Chris married Jessica. She became Mrs. Claus. The Winter Warlock magically lit all the trees as his wedding gift to them. So all got married all under all the magical and all the lighted trees. And there's all the animals. The Kringles decided to move the workshop far away. The burgomaster's soldiers would never follow them to the North Pole. There's the north. It says sign that says north. And there's their castle. And as the years went by, people no longer considered Chris an outlaw. They knew Chris as a good, kind man and called him Santa Claus. And there's his helpers. He's reading all the letters. Now, every year on Christmas Eve, Santa Claus and his flying reindeer deliver toys to all the good children of the world. Merry Christmas. Hope you enjoyed the book.